Let's talk about what's happening with Muthoot Finance. What's their growth roadmap looking? How's the year ahead looking for them? We have with us George Alexander Muthoot, the MD at Muthoot Finance, on the show right now. George, hi, good to have you on the show, and belated Christmas greetings, and of course, Happy New Year to you. I just wanted to get in your take on the RBI's financial stability report, because that's looking a little bit alarming. It's highlighted the stress in unsecured loans, and brokerages are saying that's pretty much what they envisaged, and they see that the situation for the industry is going to worsen from here. What's your reading of the industry, and of course where things stand for Muthoot Finance in particular?
Thank you. Anyway, a belated Christmas greetings to you also, and a Happy New Year also from tomorrow. I have just glanced through the report from the RBI. Yes, they have said that as of today, and the stress 1 and the stress level 2 looks a little high, or the NPS, etc., GNPS look high for unsecured loans. I agree with that. We are also seeing that in the market, because we understand that customers are not able to access personal loans, etc., especially the unsecured personal loans to non-salaried SME loans, and also the other credit card dues, etc. They're all going high. But then, as an economy, our economy needs to move forward, and to move forward, we need purchasing power or funds in the hands of people. So what we are seeing, or the sense we are getting from the 6,000 branches we have all over the country, is that there is a pickup or extra demand for secured gold loans, because people are not able to access the unsecured loans as easily as it was earlier. So we are seeing a demand for that, and because of that, I feel that as Muthoot, as a company, we are able to support people when they need money, because they need money, purchasing power is required, and gold loans are coming handy for that. So as we see, we are seeing good demand in the gold loan sector. Our 90% of our portfolio is in gold loans, and the gold loans are seeing a good growth momentum.
Okay, so that's a take coming in as far as the RBI financial stability report is concerned. But it looks like that the microfinance sector is still under stress, and we haven't seen the worst of it. Not only for Muthoot, but in the sense of the industry. What's your take and understanding as to how is it exactly likely to play out? Do you anticipate another 6 to 12 months of pain when it comes to the asset quality for the system?
Yeah, I think you're right. We have a company, a subsidiary, Belstar Finance. It has about 9,000 crores, which is about 9% of our total AUM. They have seen definitely a stress in the market. The customers are seeing stress, and we see the whole industry is going through a tough time now. Probably, as I agree with you, for the next 2 quarters, we should see subdued growth or degrowth in the portfolio. So in Belstar also, we had almost reached 10,000 crores. Now it has come down to 9,000 crores. So there is a consolidation which is happening. There is something, because the industry is going through a patch, and the NPS are also have gone up. Maybe it has gone up from about 1.5 and 2% to maybe 3 to 4%. That is again cyclical in the market. Microfinance goes through such pains every 4 or 5 years, and probably we should see microfinance also riding through it, riding this tough time also in the next 2 quarters. So next 2 quarters are going to be not easy for the microfinance sector. I agree with you.
Sure. So, sir, does that mean you'll have to push back the IPO timelines for Belstar as you were envisaging? What is the timeline right now?
See, now that the industry is not growing, the funding also is not essential today. It's not urgent, because if the business was growing, funding would have been essential. Now, as I said, the business is also stable and not maybe slightly degrowing only. So we don't need the IPO urgently. We have sufficient capital adequacy, etc. is there. So probably when time comes, probably another 2 quarters, we'll have to wait and see. When the market is ripe and market is ready for an IPO, we'll also do. There is no hurry for us.
Hi Josh, this is Shrishti also joining in. Now let's specifically talk about your gold loan portfolio, because back in Q2 the company did say that you guys are giving more time to the customers to actually go ahead and repay the gold loan instead of auctioning the gold collateral. So help us understand that how is the situation like now, and has there been an increase in the repayments or there been an increase in the auctions?
Yeah, I think if you look back, of the 100 loans we give, 95% of them take back the loan within the time period, which is a 12 months period. 95% of them take it back. The 5% of them have some cash flow problem. The 5% of them which have cash flow problems, we persuade them either to renew the loan or to take it or maybe close it, etc. But then what has happened is in the last 1 year, etc., the gold price has gone up so high that today the LTV is so low that if we force the customers, we'll have to auction the gold. And auction the gold, we get much more than what is due, and we have to refund to them. And that is actually very painful, because a customer who has spent 100 rupees for his gold and maybe another 20 rupees for his making charge, he has spent 125 rupees and he has taken only 75. Along with interest, it may come to only 90 rupees or so. So when we auction, we have to refund the money to them, and the customer will turn around and ask, why did you really auction it? You could have given me so time. So when customers request Muthoot at the branches, at the 6,000 branches, some customers come and say, please give me 2 months time more, 3 months time more. Then we just give it to them. We see whether we are in the money. If you are not losing money, why to auction it? Probably it will hit our maybe the NPA numbers will look bad, but then 100% of them get closed in the next 3-4 months. So we have never lost any money because of an NPA, because it is fully 110% secured by liquid collateral of gold. But then it is a customer service which you are doing. Otherwise, it is a crime we are doing to the customer.
So what's that translating to in terms of your gold loan growth guidance? Because you had, put a figure of 25% plus versus the 15% earlier. Are you sticking with it?
Yeah, I think we should stick to it. Probably once the Q3 results are also out, we may think of maybe doing an revision on that. Along with the results, we should revisit the guidance which we had already given.
About FY25, and it's as it is drawing to a close, but what happens to the average growth rates going forward? Because from 25% you slashed it down all the way to 15%. Let's say come FY26, are we staring at a year with another 15% growth, or could it be towards that 25%? What's the outlook looking like for FY26, sir?
So year on year, we have always given a guidance of 15%, but quite often we have been able to do 18, 20, 25, etc. So if you ask for me, the next year also our guidance will be the usual 15%. But as earlier, probably we may be able to do better than 15%. But the minimum growth guidance we give is 15%. This year we have revised it 25%. So when we start the year 26, we will give a guidance of 15%. But as it progresses quarter on quarter, we see whether it needs to be revisited.
And overall on the profitability front, you don't anticipate a major impact. I mean, whether it is of slippages or the overall profitability due to competition, etc., you're not expecting a major dip in your profitability ratios.
No. I think our net interest margins, etc., we are able to maintain the net interest margins, etc. We have it about 9% net interest margins. We are able to maintain that. Of course, that is because this is a very operationally intensive business. The OPEX cost is quite high. That is why the net interest margins appear to be high. And if the cost of borrowing goes up, probably initially we will try to absorb it, but if it goes beyond that, then we will pass on that to the customer and probably increase our yield.
On that note, we let you go, and wishing you a very happy 2025.
Thank you. Wish you also the same. Wish the country also the same. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.